I turned $26 into $26,000 in 2 months, and I only learned how to trade in 2 days. I think 2 might be my lucky number. I'm gonna show you exactly how I did it, so stay tuned. You're not gonna wanna miss this video. All right, let's get into it. So a lot of you won't believe this, but I actually learned how to trade in only 2 days. So yes, it's possible. And I know a lot of you probably say, Kelly, how long will it take me? Well, it depends on you, but I'm gonna tell you what I did to learn how to trade in exactly 2 days. And when I first traded, I turned $26 to $400 my first trade. $26 to $400 my first trade. Now, disclaimer, this is not to say that my learning stopped after those 2 days. My learning continues each and every single day. With every win I take, with every loss I take, I'm constantly going back testing, relearning. And I started joining groups to learn. I started watching a bunch of videos to learn. I was buying courses. But to just get started trading, it didn't take me that long. And I don't want you to overcomplicate it because it shouldn't be that complicated. You're not gonna believe this, but just listen. We'll make it short. Let's go. Okay, my name is Kelly OG. Nice to meet you. If you don't know me, I make people money for a living, and it's the greatest job on this planet. I actually run a financial education company. I get to post really cool videos on YouTube that can basically help you for free. Back when 2020 happened, my friend was making $20,000 a month in the stock market. I talk about it way more in depth in this video right here that talks about my entire story. So yeah, he was making $20,000 like a day. And I was like, how is this possible? You're 19 years old. Because of that, I said, you know what? I am going to understand what this trading thing is. I tried doing drop shipping. I tried a social media marketing agency, and it just was not working. I decided I was going to figure out how to trade. In doing so, the only reason I really took it seriously is because my bank account went negative, like completely negative. I had $50 in my Robinhood account, and I said I can either take this $50, pay off this $23, maybe have like $27 in my account, or I can just figure out how to flip this money, because if I know somebody that was making $20K a day, what's stopping me from making $2 a day, $20 a day, $200 a day, $2,000 a day, or even $20,000 a day? Yeah, that was me. All I did that helped me really learn is first thing I did was I literally just watched a bunch of videos on the breakdown. I watched short breakdown videos, and then those were kind of all over the place. So I watched one very in-depth one. But one thing I learned is a lot of breakdown videos sound like dictionary definitions, make things super complex when they're not. And I didn't like that style of learning. So it was a lot more difficult for me, honestly, to start learning how to trade. I started looking at other people who already traded. This is like a weird hack. Okay, this is a secret hack. It taught me how to learn how to trade in 2 days. But I watched other people. So for example, I watched a B has a video, started with, I don't know, $1,000, $10,000. He made $700 in a week. That's all I know. And my mind was blown. He literally walked you through how to get into a trade, enter a trade, and exit a trade. All I really did was say, okay, let me watch a breakdown video on how to enter a trade and how to exit a trade. Because that's really all I need to make money, right? And the rest of it is my analysis. So after watching videos of people doing it, then I started watching videos on people's stock analysis. So if somebody said, I like this company because of this, or I like this company because of this, it made me more inclined to want to like that company too. Maybe I liked it, maybe I didn't like it. I took down so much research and so much notes, and I would go through and I'd say, okay, well, I think they're gonna go up because of this and this and this. And I learned a lot of fundamentals. I learned about the news and how the news can play into factors and what's upcoming in the news. I learned about buy the rumor, sell the news, because the news is never gonna do what you want it to do. The rumor will. That's why you gotta be the first to catch it. The company that I actually turned $26 into $400 with was called Solo. They were, I think, a 3-wheeled or 1-seater electric vehicle. And this is during the period where Biden had just been named the president-elect. And so everything energy was shooting up. And because everything energy was shooting up, Tesla was shooting up, XPEV was shooting up, NIO was shooting up. Solo was Solo. It hadn't shot up yet. And that's when I learned stocks can follow each other. So I said, okay, this is EV. Biden's pushing for a more energy efficient environment. By 2035, California wants to have all electric vehicles. Biden's supporting this. Like, you know, this is gonna pop one day or another. So it was actually my first trade. It cost me $26, and when I woke up the next day, it was up 2,000%. And I said, oh my gosh. All I did to learn that was study what was working in the current economy already and look at how people got it. And later, as time went on, all I really did was watch charting videos of people charting, and that's how I learned how to chart. I didn't do the whole breakdown, the step by step. It works for some people, but taking notes on charting, you really just have to practice it to get good at it. So I would watch people do it, go through as I'm watching their video, open it up on my device and try to do it with them. Yeah, in short, that is exactly how I learned to trade in 2 days, or at least made a 2,000% return off my first trade, because I just watched how somebody got in, applied the information and knowledge. It was already readily available on the internet for free. I used my own analysis to then allow me to get into that play. And that's how I actually was making a lot of money moving forward. Turned $26 into $26,000 in 2 months, literally only just doing that before I ever knew how to chart. So that is it. Okay, we're good. Now, before I end this, I gotta end with a prayer. You know I got to. God, I just ask that as this new year has started, that each and every single person that is watching this, even if it's June, even if it's August, even if it's September, God, I just ask that you allow their lives to flourish. You allow them to flourish. You allow them to prosper. You allow anything they put their mind to come to pass. And God, I know that you will be there for them, guiding their footsteps each and every step of the way. Thank you all for watching. Love you all. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And good night.